Welcome to Midlife Unlimited Live for Five. I'm your host, Kate Porter, the Midlife Metamorphosis Coach, and I'm delighted to be joined today by my episode 16 guest, Suzanne Knowlson of Positive Mind Life Coaching, to give some golden nuggets, a little taste of our episode, how to evolve from mum to mum and grandma. So welcome, Suzanne. It's lovely to have you here.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Now, we talk a lot about change, don't we, as midlife women? And I think we decided in our episode that change is probably the only constant in midlife and beyond. And our episode, no, I'm not going to give too much away, but it's a celebration. And you don't have to be a grandma to enjoy it. It really is a celebration of us as women. So thank you for joining me.
You're welcome, more than welcome. And it was an absolute pleasure to do the podcast. I felt very honoured.
Now, obviously, you're a grandma of four, and you share some wonderful stories about what you get up to. And I know playfulness is very important to you, isn't it?
It is, yes. That's a big thing because I enjoy it, and so do the children. So that's always lovely that you just see their little smiles on their faces and you know that they're having a nice time. And so for me, that's just the number one thing.
Yeah. So I know you were saying, obviously, we're recording this on the day your episode came out, and you said you've just listened to it and you were buzzing. So hopefully the women tuning in will get that same feeling because it really is upbeat, I think.
I think it definitely is. And I think for me, even if people haven't got children or grandchildren, the change is still very real. I changed as a person over lots of different things. One of the things I do mention in the podcast is I lost my mum. And that made a significant change in my personality, significant change. And I think it all goes together, whether or not you're changing because you've got a new role as a mum or a grandparent, or something fundamental in your life happens like that, and you have to change because you have to become a different person to cope with all the things around you, to be able to embrace everything and find a new normal, really.
No, absolutely. And two other areas that we do dive quite deep into are boundaries and labels. And again, these apply whether we're a mum, a grandma, whether we're child-free by choice or not by choice. Boundaries and labels are something that again and again we come up against.
Yeah, and they're so important. I think if you haven't got your boundaries in place, it's very, very easy to, I don't know if taken advantage is the right way to say it, but it almost comes across as that. If you've got your boundaries firmly in place, whether it be with one of your parents or your children or your grandchildren, everything just runs so much smoother. So it is a really big thing, I think, the boundaries.
Because again, without wanting to give too much away, and please do tune in our episode. It's available, I forgot to say, wherever you listen to your podcasts. But we talk a lot about guilt, about shoulds, feeling kind of people-pleasing behavior, the saying yes when we want to say no, because again, we're feeling guilty, we feel pressured.
Also, I think it's about saying no when you have to say no, but you really want to say yes.
Yeah.
But you have to respect that there are times when you will need to say, no, I can't have the children, because something more relevant is in that place where you possibly would have those grandchildren. And it doesn't mean that you're not neglecting the grandchildren. It just means that something's taken its place on this particular occasion. So again, it is just being aware that, you know, it's okay to say yes, it's okay to say no. And as I said, you know, usually it's respected because people understand you. And again, it goes back to those boundaries. If the boundaries are in place, nobody's got a problem with it.
No, absolutely. Well, I say, if you've enjoyed our Live for Five, and I know it's only 5, but we do give some golden nuggets of what's out there on our full-length episode, available wherever you listen to your podcast. And if you'd like to get in touch with Suzanne or myself, all our contact details are in the show notes and on the Midlife Unlimited podcast website. And just to point out, Suzanne just noticed in our interview, she misgave out the website address, but it's correct in the show notes, Suzanne, isn't it? So Just go, yeah. And I know you've got one of your offers that's ending. I think is it today? So all your details.
It's till the end of February. I've got a fantastic Flourishing 4 group program. It's going to be every Wednesday evening, 7 till 8:30, and for the first 10 females, it's going to be £124.50. It's just a no-brainer because you're going to take so much away to really support your health and well-being going forward in 2025.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. And also there's details of my VIP Midlife Unlimited, Midlife Metamorphosis coaching then. Oh, my brain's gone, brain fog moment. Well, thank you for joining me today, Suzanne. Thank you for tuning in. Here's to living Midlife Unlimited. Bye.
Bye.